AaroniMoses, AaroniMoses, we the bang, we the bang, we the bang, we the bang, AaroniMoses, AaroniMoses, we the bang, we the bang, we the bang, we the bang. Hey, like, share, comment, subscribe, 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 like, share, comment, subscribe.
Yo, what up? It's AaroniMoses, and this video is about change, growth, and people saying that you need to stay the same when you introduce a new type of abundance in your life. When you reach goals that you set, when you gain achievements. If you don't know, I never really told anybody this, but when I was really bad into my drinking thing, I don't call myself an addict, I don't call myself an alcoholic. That's not useful. That's useless to me. But when I was in my marathon, it was so bad that, you know, I was waking up and I was scared to move because I knew if my heart rate changed too much that I would feel sick or in pain. So when I woke up, I would just lay still and just, my first thought of the day would be, fuck, did I get drunk last night? I don't know. So I'm just gonna lay here and I'm gonna enjoy not knowing if I got drunk. Because if I try to get up, if I try to do anything, my blood's gonna pump and I'm gonna be reminded that I got wasted last night, feel like shit, start shaking, all kind of shit. Even when I was sober, even when I did not get drunk the night before, I would still not know because that's just how it was. That's just what I was used to. And for somebody to tell me I shouldn't be a better person or different, coming from that, I don't think that's very intelligent. I just looked up what it meant to be humble. Humble, it's said to the act of being modest or showing unimportance for your own self-worth. I don't know how important that is. I mean, a lot of people stress being humble, but that doesn't really mean anything to me. Kanye West, I think it's acceptable how Kanye, or I don't really know anybody who always talks about their achievements and how much they've done in life besides that, but it just, my whole thing is, don't let people tell you you're not supposed to change, because if you don't change with your growth and your change, you're gonna die. Being humble, that's your own personal choice. That's your personality. That's your own, whatever your parents taught you. Nobody can tell you that being modest or showing low self-worth when you are indeed the shit is right or wrong. Nobody can tell you that. But for somebody to tell you that you're supposed to be exactly the same, live the same, live the same lifestyle, think the same thoughts, have the same good and bad habits, especially bad habits, for somebody to tell you that, that's ludicrous. That's dumb as hell. If you do that, you're gonna die. All these motherfucking rappers, where did they die? They don't die in their home, in their mansion, fucking at breakfast. They die in the hood. They get shot somewhere they're not supposed to fucking be, because they want to revisit these lower vibrational areas. They want to do the same shit. You got millions of dollars You've been doing this, whatever you've been doing. You invested in some oil. You did the rap thing. You're an athlete. Whatever you did. You just want to reminisce with the guys. Stand on the block. Drink some E&J. But you get killed. Trying to be with the people who tell you that it's wrong to change. It's not wrong to change. It's wrong to not change. If you get $1 million, you need to be, if you get something free. Now my grandmother told me that if somebody ever offers me something free, to run from it. I don't think this is what she meant. But when you get free stuff, you're affirming to yourself that what you're doing to get it is okay. That's why I don't encourage you guys to pray. When I was in jail, I feel like I'm jumping around a lot, but when I was in jail, I asked one of the preachers, I went to Bible study because everybody thought I was a fucking devil worshiper and shit, and I wanted to prove to them that my spiritual beliefs aligned with Christianity, as well as other spiritual belief systems. And I did that by going to Bible study. When I attended Bible study, I asked the preacher, "Hey preacher, pastor, how do you make sure to keep yourself in alignment with God, keep a good relationship with God after He blesses you with the thing that you pray for?" What he said was, you need to develop routines and habits and make sure that you do not become somebody different. Don't let the material distract you from your spiritual life. Half of that I definitely believe was some wisdom, but the other half could be very dangerous advice. First of all, I put a post on Facebook. I don't pray for money. I pray for opportunity. I don't pray for knowledge. I pray for books. But if you get something free, then you are telling yourself that you deserve it. What you're doing in your life is right. If you sell drugs, you're telling yourself that you deserve it. You're telling yourself that, hey, I'm a drug dealer. I make the same money as a doctor. A doctor has to go to school for 10 to fucking 12 years and make some real personality changes and make some personal adjustments and have growth. Battle fucking drug experimentation. Battle addictions. Battle all kind of shit that comes with college life and poverty and shit like that. Doctors, surgeons have to do that. Certain people in certain professions have to do that shit. But you're a drug dealer and you get the same perks of being a fucking doctor, besides the resume, and you think you deserve it. That's gonna fuck your personality up, bro. It could. If you're the wrong person, that's gonna fuck your personality up. You're a little kid making the same money as a goddamn doctor. Doctors make fucking $12,000 a fucking month. Surgeons, some of them, they do 2 surgeries a month, and these motherfuckers, consultations and shit, and they cost $6,000, $5,000, $10,000. I met a fucking surgeon in jail. But the thing is, these people don't understand. Some of these people don't understand what you're personally going through. Me, for somebody to encourage me to keep drinking, for somebody to say that I need to be the same person when they don't understand, this is my friend. This is more than my friend, my brother. I stopped drinking. I came out of jail and I decided, you know what, this is it, bro. I'm sobering down. I'm gonna get a job. Just got out of jail. I never told anybody in my family this, ever. I never told him that I drank so much that I never knew if I was gonna be in pain when I woke up. The worst part of my day was waking up, because I didn't know what the fuck happened before, whether I got drunk or not. And for somebody to tell you that you need to do some shit with your life when they don't even know what the fuck you come from, that's stupid, bro. Don't let people tell you that you're supposed to be a different fucking person. Because I saw a post again on Instagram. People who change for money, or after they get some money, have never had any. That's absolutely true. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the things that you've never had. The things that you never achieved. The things that you never had to work for. After that, boom, do what you gotta do. You already know what's gonna come with that. But I'm talking about you getting an education. If you're a violent person, you're in a gang. Let's say you're a drug addict. You're a drug addict. You stop doing drugs and you go to college and you get an education and you know all these pretty words now and you know a little bit about science and how the world works. You become a more dangerous person. You become a more dangerous person if you revert to your old ways. You know why? Because now you have the power to affect lives negatively. You give a gangster some fucking money and he ignores, look, I can be in a yacht club, going to fucking wine tastings, hanging out with fucking all kind of new people, having different opportunities. If you don't adjust, you're gonna lose that shit. I'm not saying to be arrogant and to touch people negatively and to rub your shit in people's face. But I'm saying your old habits need to be just that. You need to make some adjustments. And sometimes it can give you exactly what you need. I read a post on Facebook which actually inspired this video. The guy said, I don't remember who posted it. The guy said, money doesn't change people. Money reveals who they really are. And I'm going to give you one more instance. I got kicked out of my mom's house and I slept in her driveway under my sister's truck for one night. Called my dad, didn't have a job. At that point, I was fucking drinking 4 or 5 days a week. It was football season, and you already know, I always had an excuse. I didn't even watch the game. I watched the first quarter, went in my room, turned on some music, smoked hella squares, ate food, and passed out. So, finally got a job, and wait, I skipped a part. So before, when I moved in to the house that my dad owned in Smyrna, there was a girl staying there, my sister was living there, and my cousin was living there. So I felt exactly how I should have felt. I couldn't take care of myself. I was irresponsible, all kind of shit. And I acted differently. Now, when I got this job, I acted how I really felt. I acted like my core self. I acted like before, when I had the fucking drug dealing money, but I wasn't used to it again, because it had been so many years, because I was out the game or whatever. So, it was a whole different person. I was 21 at the time. Before, when I stopped all that shit, I was like 19. I don't think I had made a drug transaction for like a year or some shit. And I started selling weed, so it was that extra money and everything, and everybody was just like, bro, when you came here, you were all sheepish and didn't even want to take a shower because you didn't feel right in other people's homes. But at that time, I felt like a man. I was able to pay my bills. I was able to buy my own food. I was able to buy my own squares. I was able to fucking take care of myself basically a little bit. people may respond like that. I should have been more humble and all that other shit. Because it wasn't my house, I didn't have my own shit, whatever. I don't act like that now. Because it's a muscle that has been exercised. I realigned myself. I realized certain things about material possessions and everything like that. But that opportunity aligned me with certain energies that was appropriate. Maybe not totally appropriate, but that was the real me. Not only was I taking care of myself, I wasn't doing it in a totally illegal ass fucking way. I got this job. I was just sleeping on the fucking street, living with my mom, drinking. I stopped drinking for fucking like 8 months by myself, no rehab. Start selling drugs, start saving my money a little bit, got a phone, all kind of shit, man. Females were looking at me different. It felt good. But if I would have just balanced myself, it would have been better. I was walking around, bro, I'm a walking lick. I got on Beats by Dre. I got on fucking $300 shades. I got on fucking brand new Timbs. I got on some Dolce & Gabbana jeans. I got on Coogee shirts and shit, $120 shirts. Okay, I shouldn't have been iPhone. I shouldn't have been acting like that. But that success, that little small piece of that puzzle aligned me with false confidence, but it was confidence nonetheless. My advice, definitely don't fucking respond like that. My advice, hang around with people who have more than you. Realize that there's always somebody who's going to be happier. There's always going to be somebody who has more core confidence. Maybe what you're feeling is not core confidence. Maybe you're just being arrogant. Knowing that it's never going to be enough because you're a human being. A healthy human being, hopefully. Realizing that anything can happen. It can all go away. With that core confidence, it doesn't matter if it all goes away because you can get it back. You can always get it back. That definitely helped me because this is the case. No matter what happens, it's always going to return. Because I can do it once, I can do it again, and I can do it with something else. But don't let people tell you that you're supposed to stay the same. Okay, if you get millions of dollars, the homie D always said, bro, when I get this milli, people aren't even gonna know it. I'm gonna be wearing I'm gonna wear some Chucks with some good insoles in it, so I don't fuck up my feet. Be wearing some $20 fucking shirts, $35 jeans, same Mets hat, same everything. Gas station sunglasses, nobody's even gonna know. On that tip, that's amazing. That makes total sense. But as far as you staying on that same level of thinking, socializing with people the same way, thinking of life the same way, I can understand if you didn't have to work for it. You win the lottery, don't even touch that motherfucking money, bro. Hang around with some money, build your confidence, spend your same $1,000 a month to live, or whatever you spend, and try to train yourself to make the proper adjustments so you don't die. Because if you don't change, again, if you don't adjust to the success, if you haven't worked for it properly, which is why selling drugs is a bad thing, one of them, for a person who's doing it, is because there's not a lot of real work involved. Work gives you what you need, not the easy way out all the time. What am I saying? Don't pray for money. Pray for work. Pray for opportunity. Pray for lessons. Whatever you believe in, don't ask God for another motherfucking penny. Ask for opportunity. Alright? That's AaroniMoses. Socialize with me. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter even. I'm not too big on the Snapchat, but you could what do they say? Snap me. Hit me on the website. The best way to contact me is Facebook and email. I'll put all of that in the description. That's it, man. Alright? Peace.